Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Night 2 predictions for WrestleMania 40. This is going to happen on Sunday night. You've already probably seen WrestleMania Saturday, Night 1. Once again, we're recording this on Friday night, so we don't know what happened on SmackDown because it's happening as we're recording this. And also, we don't know what happened on WrestleMania Saturday, obviously, because we're not time travelers.
Wish we were.
Yeah, would be sick. So, let's get started. There are 6 matches on the card. Maybe one's going to get added. We don't know.
Yeah, we just literally saw like 5 minutes ago that there's supposed to be some change to the card. We're not aware of what the change is, so keep that in mind.
So we're going off of what we know and the information we have right now. We'll do it in order. I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe switch a couple things up, but it'll be fine. Let's at least start with a banger. One of your probably most anticipated matches.
I'm really excited for that one, yeah.
As your favorite, Seth freaking Rollins defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna let you start on that one.
Oh my god, the honor. First of all, that match is going to be amazing.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
all know Seth Rollins can't have a bad match with anyone. He could have a bad match. He could have a good match with a Broom.
He had a good match with Omos.
With Mojo Rawley too. Like the fact that we can remember those is something. We have Drew McIntyre. Let's be honest. I think it was last year he had the triple threat with Sheamus and Gunther, which is truly one of my favorite matches ever. We have 2 amazing wrestlers that already had really good matches together, but now it's at WrestleMania. WrestleMania and Seth Rollins is just equals to a dream. It's always amazing. Drew McIntyre WrestleMania is always amazing too. Obviously the match against Brock Lesnar, it's, they couldn't do the best thing, but at the same time they didn't even have a crowd, so
they did the best they could in my opinion.
Exactly. So let's be honest, those 2 never misses at WrestleMania. I cannot wait to see that match. The story has been really good with Drew McIntyre enduring CM Punk. We obviously knew it was supposed to be Seth Rollins with CM Punk. I would have been so down, but this is amazing, and I'm pretty sure we're getting a triple threat at some point, so I'm down.
With who?
Punk.
Oh yeah, my bad.
So with that, I truly for that match, I feel like a lot of people know, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of unpredictable.
Yeah.
Because we could have Drew McIntyre win. We fully could. Like, we have Rollins, who just had a match with the Bloodline at this point. You good?
Cody was laying down. He needs to get ready for his match.
Yeah. So we have Rollins. What was I even saying? Oh, yeah,
Listening.
Rollins, who's been injured technically, so they're using that for the storyline. He has a bad back. He has a bad knee. Drew McIntyre, who's been doing really good lately. We have a lot of aspects of Rollins is kind of the underdog there, but we also have the aspect of Drew McIntyre needs the win.
Yeah.
Then we also have the aspect that a lot of people are talking about, which is Damon Priest.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think if you have Damon Priest, you shouldn't make a triple threat. Just because it wouldn't hit as much as when Rollins did.
Yeah. And
I feel like it just wouldn't work in that moment,
It's really not the same thing.
Exactly, because back then you had Brock and Roman, which was a match no one really wanted to see. And no one really wanted them to win.
Yeah.
And now you have Rollins and Drew, which a lot of people want Drew to win. And I feel like if Damon comes in and let's say screws both of them, he wins, I feel like it just doesn't have the same respect. And it wouldn't be I don't know, I feel like the cash in after the match would be better.
Yeah.
So if they do that though, I feel like Drew should win. In that way, Drew has the moment of I won, and then obviously his broken dreams, just like he broke everyone's dream up to WrestleMania, is Damien Priest. I feel like that could be a good thing, but going with the winner of that match itself, I think Drew is winning. Which obviously I'd be super down for Seth to win, but then again, at that point he had a match against the Bloodline. We have to also take accountability of maybe the Bloodline interferes in that match. And Rollins needs a break. He has a bad back. He has a bad knee. He needs a little time off. which is why I truly feel like they're going to give it to Drew. And a lot of people says also Drew didn't resign yet. maybe that could make him resign, and Drew deserves a title in front of the fans. So I'm going with Drew on that one, but I'm also going with I don't think Damon Priest is cashing in on Mania. Maybe on the Raw after, but I don't think he's cashing in on Mania.
All right. I actually do agree with you. I was gonna go Drew McIntyre because first of all, obviously it's gonna be an incredible match.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do believe, it's time for Drew. He's been working really hard. Like his heel work lately has been awesome.
He's way more over than when he was a face or a heel at the same time. Like right now, Drew as an anti-hero is actually
he's like at the peak of his career right now.
Yeah.
And I think going forward, he can carry on, like the Seth Rollins legacy, as the World Heavyweight Champion, and he fits the description and can do well.
And with that, it's also CM Punk coming back at some point, and you have a big match of Drew versus Punk, and then you can have Rollins comes back from if he does take a break and to have that triple threat.
And also, they announced Clash at the Castle.
Yeah, true.
That's going to be in June,
that's true.
and it's in Scotland.
Yeah, and he's front and center of the poster, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he's very much from there. So it kind of helps. It's a big headliner, and there are just so many matches you could have with Drew as champion. And Seth deserves a break. He's been there every week. He's done every show. He fought everybody.
Yeah, he defended his title a lot too.
Yeah. He's been an incredible champion, so that's why I think he deserves a break. And it's not gonna hurt him at all. And he can come back whenever he wants. They could even put the title back on him again, and it would be fine. But I think, as you said, McIntyre deserves that WrestleMania win. The only thing I don't like about this is that this means that Seth Rollins would probably lose 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, which obviously I wouldn't be happy about. But for the storyline, I do feel like it works. Because I don't see Cody and Rollins beating them. And at this point, we already said who wins is not the bloodline,
Yeah.
Who wins is the bloodline. So at that point, we already know that Rollins will lost the match, and I also have the bad habit of realizing before people turns on Rollins, and I've been realizing before people turn on Rollins for every time before he turned heel.
Yeah.
If he wins, people are turning against Rollins.
Yeah, it's probably coming.
Every title shot that he gave, people were saying he needs to lose, If he wins that one, people will turn on him, and I don't want that to happen again, because I don't want them to be forced to put Rollins as a heel again, just because of the fans. So
when we say again, we mean what happened in 2019.
Yeah,
when he faced the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Yeah. And because the Fiend was so over, the fans kind of turned on him, and Seth was forced to turn heel. So that's what we're referring to.
The only time that they had to turn him face because of the fans was in the Authority, when he came back. Money in the Bank with Roman.
Oh yeah.
Everyone,
he came back.
His match at Money in the Bank, but he came back at Extreme Rules. Yeah. So everyone was so happy Rollins was there, but he was still the biggest heel in the industry at that point.
Yeah. So
they just had. So I feel like Rollins' character is always being turning because of the fans, and I feel like if he loses and takes some time off, it would definitely help a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, so we're both going with Drew McIntyre winning the World Heavyweight Championship, much deserved win, obviously.
Indeed.
And just want to say quickly about the Money in the Bank. It's a personal opinion. I'm just gonna say what I believe. But I personally think, first of all, I don't necessarily see Damien successfully cashing in the briefcase, because if, let's say, Roman retains, I don't see Damon Priest being the one to end the historic reign. And if Cody Rhodes wins that title, you're not getting his title reign after a month on top of it by Damon Priest. Huge respect. He's incredible, done awesome work, but he's still not there yet. He's not on the Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes level.
No, exactly.
And even on Raw, I think it just doesn't work well. So that's once again what I would do. But I would have him whenever, okay? Maybe even after this match, let's say Drew wins, okay? Damon Priest comes out, tries to cash in after losing the tag titles the night before. He tries to cash in, cashes in, blah, blah, blah. The match starts. Finn is pissed that they lost the titles. Comes in, costs him cost him the win, and eventually can set up a fight between the two. And there, apparently WWE has been wanting to turn Damon Priest face.
Yeah.
For a couple of months now.
We've been seeing the teases a lot.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of teased it a month ago, and then they stopped, and then they kind of re-teased it a little this week with, like, him going to see Dom, like, acting like a leader, and, like...
Yeah.
They are doing that. I just don't feel like a failed cash-in is a good idea. Because I feel like the Money in the Bank lately has lost its prestige. Like, you had Austin Theory that cashed in on the US Championship and didn't even win.
No.
Then on the year before that, it was Big E, I think.
2022?
It was Big E.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one, but again, he didn't really keep it for a long time, and he did announce before, like he announced it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Then before that, you had Otis, which we all know what happened. Then you had Otis losing it to The Miz.
We're going too far back now.
No, indeed. But all that to say, I feel like it's not a good idea to have a failed cash in.
No, it's never a good idea, but like I think they put themselves in a predicament because I don't think Damon Priest is over enough right now so that people would actually be open to him being world champion. I just think that's the problem.
Yeah.
So having Finn possibly turning on him makes for at least a good excuse instead of like just Baron Corbin losing to Jinder Mahal in like 6 seconds.
I mean, Cena did interfere.
Yeah, but still, it's
but
a
it was
roll
still,
up.
yeah, no, it was still bad.
You know, but having Balor come in and just beat the heck out of him, and you know, Balor versus Priest could be an amazing rivalry, and it would be a great opportunity to split off the Judgment Day. Obviously, they're good together, but it would also be a great thing to see how they can fare, you know, on themselves, you know, just by themselves. So, you know, unless they want to do a storyline where Damon keeps it all the way until Money in the Bank and then they try something, or like they have 2 winners or whatever.
I think it was with you where I like talked about I would kind of like to see Damon keep it until Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And then because we know the rules of you have 1 year to cash in, I feel like the rule, like it wasn't ever mentioned, I think, but I think the rule is until the next person has the Money in the Bank, you can't cash in. So I feel like during the pay-per-view of Money in the Bank, he could cash in until the person gets it. So I feel like it would be a fun thing because we all know he would. We just don't know when. I feel like it could be a fun thing because like we never had someone go the entire year without cashing in. You know, I think the longest one was Edge, 1 month before.
Yeah, something
one
like that.
year. So I feel like that could add something and like also add to like Damon Priest's needs to do it. So he needs to find a moment, but he needs to anyways.
That would be nice, like a race against the clock.
Exactly. So I feel like it could add something, and you have time to bring Damon Priest to this because right now, if Cody and Drew wins, it's 2 people that people wanted to see as champions.
Yeah.
You can't take them off right now. So I feel like it could be a good idea to wait a little.
Yeah.
And
we've talked way too much.
We took 13 minutes for that.
It's okay.
Seth Rollins wins. No, Drew McIntyre
wins. Final prediction for both of us.
Yeah.
Next up, let's try to be a little quicker.
Yeah.
Io Sky defends the WWE Women's Championship against Bayley. Bayley won the Women's Royal Rumble this year, so this is our WrestleMania match. I'm gonna start on this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I like this match. Personally, you know it, I've always been a big fan of Bayley. I preferred her as a heel. You know, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with her as a face. I've always loved her work, and I believe it's time for her to once again get recognition. She's lost a lot of matches recently. She's lost a lot against Bianca Belair when they were in a rivalry.
Yeah.
And Io Sky is great, but you know, I think it's time to switch off, and I don't think she's connecting with the audience as much as they hope. Like she did a very good job, honestly.
Yeah, well, I feel like she did before, like until she had the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she you know, she's doing a great job, but you know, it's not like you can't compare her reign to Rhea Ripley's. And you know, it would just be, you know, breath of fresh air having Bayley as the new champion. And the thing is, and this goes for any matches, in my opinion, is that everybody has been champion for a while. Like Roman Reigns, like 1,300 days, Gunther 600 days, Ripley for like getting close to a year, Rollins for 300 days, even Logan Paul like over 100 days, Judgment Day like 200 days, whatever. They've all been champions for so long. So it's time to try some new stuff, have some new champions, and I think Bailey is a safe pick. She's gonna do well.
Yeah.
And there are just so many possible matches for her down the line. They could redo something with Belair. If Belair turns heel, it would be a different approach. Could do something with Cargill, with Naomi. She could fight off Asuka. She could fight off Dakota Kai. She could fight off Kairi Sane. If Carmella returns, if Alexa Bliss returns, you have so many possibilities with Bailey, and she's not necessarily the best women's wrestler. Like she's not necessarily on like Charlotte Flair's level or whatever, but she's still very good in the ring and she can keep up with pretty much anybody. So I just think for me at least, it's a no-brainer, and Bailey seems like the pick for this match. So my pick is Bailey winning the women's championship.
I do agree with you on that one, especially just because when you think of Bailey in WrestleMania, I don't have anything coming to mind of like Bailey's moment at WrestleMania.
No.
She won the women's tag team with Sasha, but then again it was a tag team. But only Bailey, I don't remember any moment where I was
WrestleMania
like,
36.
what happened at WrestleMania 36?
There was like a 5-women elimination match, and she won. You don't.
Oh, she won the Raw Women's, I think.
No, SmackDown Women's. Well, she
SmackDown.
retained it.
Oh, she retained.
Thanks to Sasha Banks and whatever.
I didn't even remember that, but yeah, like still, you see, we don't really have a Bailey moment.
No.
I feel like that's the time. Like, Bailey has the fans with her.
Yeah.
A lot of people are. Also, I just have to say one thing. She won the Royal Rumble. I feel like it's barely mentioned, and I feel like truly she was.
It just feels like a normal rivalry.
Yeah. Like, I really feel like Bailey should have been higher up into that. Like, they've done an incredible job with Cody saying, like, oh, he won the Royal Rumble this year and the last year. I feel like Bailey is kind of the underthought of, like, she won, but we just remember it. Like, we don't,
they don't acknowledge it.
Exactly. So, like, I do feel like they should have talked about it a little more. But then again, it's Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
She already has a fan base. I'm interested in seeing her as a heel, as a face too. I do think she's gonna win. I do think this match is gonna be good. Io Sky did a great job with the belt, but I do think she needs to still have some more moments without it.
Right.
And yeah, then after that, yeah, you can have Bailey against like Dakota Kai, which would be really good. Bianca Belair, which it was already teased a little before Mania with Belair being like, oh, she put that like she put herself in a hole. I don't really remember which side. Still, so like you do have a lot of opportunity with Bailey, and yeah, and same with you. I do feel like a change is needed in like the titles.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be a breath of fresh air after that.
Absolutely. So going with Bailey as well.
Bailey, yeah. As of right now, we are 2-2 in the same things, and I feel like we're going to say the exact same thing for the other ones too.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna skip ahead. We're gonna go for a 6-man tag team match, a Philadelphia street fight. So just a normal street fight, but it's in Philadelphia.
I just saw this. I literally did not know it was a street fight. I just saw it and I was like, wow. I forgot.
Interesting.
I didn't know.
So yeah, 6-man tag team match as the pride of Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford take on the final testament of Karrion Kross, Akam, and Razor. So I don't think there's a lot to say about this match. Well, the rivalry has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
But it's just been weird, at least in my opinion.
Well, the build has been kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, I was really entertained at first when like Karrion Kross was like teasing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I feel like the rivalry did run its course after 1 month.
Yeah.
And then they added another month and then another month. And like, so yeah, I don't expect anything good, but now that I've seen it's a street fight, it could be actually really good. As like I know they're heated and like they don't like each other and everything. It could be a really good match. I'm not expecting it to steal the show though.
No, obviously not. Who do you think is gonna win?
I feel like Final Testament is winning that one.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna try to put Karrion Kross more over because let's be honest, when you think of Karrion Kross since he returned,
No, nothing.
The only thing I can remember is he like teased a match with Roman.
Yeah, that was his biggest
never
thing.
happened, and then he lost pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So I would say that.
I'm actually going the opposite. I'm going with the Pride. I don't like that name, but it's okay.
I feel like it's a very generic name.
Yeah, Hurt Business was a good name, you know.
Hurt Business was amazing.
The thing is, first of all, I don't know if you've seen. There have been a couple teases of MVP possibly returning and aligning himself with Bobby Lashley. And I think, first of all, it would help them a lot. Because I think, in my opinion, it's just the only thing that they miss. And you know, now, first of all, that they're splitting the tag team championships, you could have Angel Dawkins and Montez Ford going for the SmackDown tag titles. Lashley could either go for the US or eventually challenge whoever the champion is.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't know, like, I feel like the fans, you know, really appreciate Bobby Lashley and Street Profits and want to see more of them, as they're not really connecting with Final Testament. In my mind, it just comes down to this, as, you know, they've not, like, gone out and people haven't, once again, connected with them. As the Pride, you know, Bobby Lashley is incredible, and people have just cheered for him so much recently. I love it, because I love Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
And
I love the Street Profits more.
Yeah.
Like, I do love Bobby Lashley, but I'm happy that the Street Profits are finally, like, getting recognition too.
And, you know, it's bad because it's that kind of situation where actually both teams would benefit from the win. But, you know, for me, it just comes down to the fans are backing up, you know, and not even in terms of, like, they're cheering for them and booing the other ones, but they're just really behind the Pride way much more than they are for Final Testament.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Pride for this one.
Yeah. Good points.
So let's go for a singles match that apparently could switch match types from what we've heard.
Yeah.
As LA Knight takes on AJ Styles. I've liked the build up. You know, it's a bit last minute. I feel like they could have done a bit more. You know, if they had more time, I would have liked to see it, because they're just both really talented, both in the mic and in the ring. So I think it would have been interesting to see a bit more of that. But did I even say their names?
Yeah, you did. LA Knight, AJ Styles.
Okay.
If we didn't say them, well, now it is.
It's LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Yeah. I personally, this is just me. I've never been a huge fan of LA Knight. So this is a solo video, ladies and gentlemen. Just his hair sticking out. It's just, you know, I love his mic work, you know. I just don't connect with the character itself. That's just more of it. But I'm really happy to see him versus AJ Styles. And I've also always been a big fan of AJ Styles. I don't have much to say about this match. I think it's going to be like a really physical match. You know, not just some random wrestling moves that are going to go
fun match too.
Yeah, as well.
With today, like, they had like a brawl at a WrestleMania World. I think that's what they call.
Yeah.
Like, they had a brawl, and you can see, like, it's just gonna be a match where they hate each other, which I like. Like, I love the wrestling moves and everything, but sometimes a match can benefit of just having two guys that hate each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the kind of match that they just have to start with, like, a hockey fight.
Yeah.
Then they try to just tear each other apart, and that's it.
It's a different type of match type.
Yeah.
You know, it's I don't have much to say about it otherwise. You know, I think it's just more the kind of match that, you know, there's not much to predict. It's more about what is going to happen when you watch it. I don't know how to explain it, but, you know.
Yeah.
There's not much to say before. It's more like afterwards and you review everything.
Yeah.
So, I don't know actually who I'm predicting.
I can go with mine.
Yeah.
I think LA Knight's winning.
Yeah?
Because they've been trying to build LA Knight a lot since SummerSlam, I think, or maybe even a bit before.
Ever since joining the main roster, honestly, they've been working hard on him.
I mean, at first he was with the male models. Yeah, so...
Didn't happen.
Yeah, I really think LA Knight, should get the win if you're trying to build him up, because if you have AJ Styles winning, AJ Styles is already a made man. Like, AJ Styles, even if he loses, he doesn't really lose anything, because he could literally just 2 days later go for the belt, and people would just be like, yeah it's AJ Styles.
Yeah.
So I feel like LA Knight should get the win. I think he will get the win too, because also, like, to get his fans from the Elimination Chamber and everything, and, like, to fully, like, close the book, I feel like LA Knight is getting that one.
I'm actually gonna follow you on this one. Yeah. I don't have much to say about it, quite
Well,
frankly.
to be honest, we don't have much to say because the build-up has just been like LA Knight trying to
Yeah, it's just
kick AJ Styles'
you know
ass.
each other. They're just
Yeah.
hating one another.
Exactly, and like we said, I think it's gonna be a fun match. It's gonna be like a physical match,
So yeah,
and yeah,
it's just the type of match like stop talking, just start watching.
yeah,
Honestly.
exactly, yeah.
So yeah, following you, LA Knight beats AJ Styles. Next up, I'm actually very excited for this match. Probably one of my top ones.
Oh,
As Logan Paul defends the United States Championship against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Not in a handicap match. It's a triple threat match.
imagine though,
He would be in trouble.
a handicap, the first person that pins.
Oh, that would be interesting. So we've got Logan Paul as the champion, and Orton and Owens. The thing is, they've been teasing Orton possibly turning on Owens for a couple of weeks now. You know, possibly.
I mean, it's Orton.
Yeah,
you
it's
could literally
short
just
temper.
RKO him at any point, and he'd still be a face.
So I think that's gonna be interesting. You know, to see where how long it takes for Orton to just being fed up with Owens. Personally, I'm a huge Logan Paul fan. Like, huge.
Are you a fan of him as a wrestler or as a normal person?
Both.
It's true, he has literally Bottle Primes over there. I forgot.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, wait, since when? But yeah, actually, literally only drinks Prime.
Drink Prime.
No.
Prime sponsor me.
Gatorade
I'm gonna be your
is
number
better.
one homeboy.
Gatorade is better.
That'll be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. No, but I'm sorry. But as much as I'm a fan of Logan Paul, I wouldn't mind, Orton or Owens winning. Like, I wouldn't be disappointed in any of them three winning. But, like, it's just the thing that the problem with Paul is that he's not there as much as the others would be.
Well, he did sign a new contract, and I heard it was going to be a full-time contract.
That is better.
Yeah.
And it's just, in my mind, Orton and Owens don't necessarily need the title. I think, I wouldn't have Paul keep it for like another year, but I don't know, in my head it's not time yet. I think there's still a couple matches he could have, a couple storylines he could do. But at the same time, I wouldn't be disappointed in anyone winning. For my actual prediction, I'm actually going with an upset and Logan Paul retains.
Okay.
What about you?
Same as you said. I think this match is gonna be really good.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Logan Paul as a wrestler too. He's really been amazing. How can a celebrity just come in, have amazing matches like this after like 2 matches, and he just looks like a natural. I know this match is gonna be good because Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I personally think Randy Orton is winning.
Oh.
Because I love Kevin Owens, obviously, from Montreal too, but I feel like in this match has been kind of the underthought, as Logan Paul is obviously the champion, and Randy Orton has been the one like hunting him down.
Yeah.
So I feel like Kevin has just been added because they wanted him on Mania, which I'm really happy that he's in the match though, because
Absolutely.
it's gonna be sick. But I still think that they're gonna give the belt to Orton, and I think the reason why Orton is in the United States Championship picture is they couldn't bring him against Roman because they have Cody, and before having Cody they had The Rock, and they can't give him either for the World Heavyweight because they have Drew, and then if you don't have Drew you have Priest, and then
You even had Punk before that
exactly,
was rumored,
So I feel like that's why Randy is like in the mid card right now, because a lot of people are saying he should be in the world title picture, which I agree, but now is not the time.
And eventually down the line, against whoever's champion, Orton is always a right fit.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I do feel like Orton is gonna win, and I would love Randy Orton to win. Like
it's been a while.
Orton, since he came back, like you just seen that he, like his absence left. I don't know if that made sense. But
Absence.
yeah, I said left.
Is
When he was gone,
what is
we
absence?
realized it. I don't know. I just said a word and I was like, what did I say?
I'm trying to follow you, but
him not being there, you could see. Like, you
Yeah.
could see it right away. So, yeah, I'm definitely going with Randy Orton. And, yeah, I think we only have one match left.
Yeah, but honestly, just to close out that match, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I honestly think it could really go any way.
Yeah.
I don't think it would necessarily hurt the business to have any of them three win, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
Because that means that it's not like a for sure thing. You know? Like, for example, if Bailey loses to Io Sky, a lot of people will be mad because it doesn't necessarily make sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
As for this, all three are great options. You know, Paul could benefit from keeping the title. Orton could do a great run, and Owens has been working his butt off, you know, for this. So yeah, you're going with Orton. I'm going with Paul.
Yeah.
All right. 30 minutes in. Get ready for a good 15 minutes. But this is the match, ladies and gentlemen.
I have so much to talk about.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, your main event of WrestleMania 40, Night 2. You have Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, with the stipulation to be determined on night 1, where you have the tag team match between Reigns and Rock versus Cody and Seth. So it's either going to be a Bloodline rules match or a match with absolutely no one from the Bloodline.
Do you want to predict this match with our prediction from the previous one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both predicted Bloodline, right?
So for this match, do you want to predict it as Bloodline rules, or do you want to predict it as just the winner of the match? Because that could go either way. Like, it could change a lot.
My prediction doesn't change for both, but depends.
Well, for me, my prediction doesn't change for both, but it changes the aspect of the match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
well, we could talk about both aspects, but I just don't want the video to be like 5 days long.
Yeah, indeed.
But let's start with if it is a Bloodline rules.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it is Bloodline rules, you have Reigns on one corner, you have Cody Rhodes in the other corner. In Reigns' corner, in theory, okay, you can have Rock, you can have Solo, you can have Jimmy. In theory, there isn't anyone else, unless we're forgetting a name.
Sami Zayn.
In theory, it's just that there could always be some weird stuff. They probably have other cousins or brothers. That family's so huge.
They actually do, yes.
They could bring an entire faction, but. And on Cody Rhodes' corner, in theory, you could have Seth Rollins. Of course, there were the rumors of a possible heel turn. There could be Sami Zayn. There could be Jey Uso. There have been rumors, as we said, about Stone Cold Steve Austin, about John Cena. So if we play it to the numbers, technically Cody Rhodes has the advantage.
Yeah.
The thing is, will everybody actually interfere? Maybe Seth Rollins will be taken out completely by Drew McIntyre, so will not even be able to be there. Jay and Jimmy are probably going to fight. So then it truly comes down to The Rock and Solo Sikoa. And on the other side, you have Cena that could take care of Sikoa because, Sikoa beat him.
Exactly, yeah.
And
That's
Stone Cold and The Rock just historic.
Yeah, you just have to say those two names and all the history comes back.
Yeah.
You have that super known rivalry. We also have kind of it's not as known, obviously, but Cena and Rock.
Yeah.
Which was at 28 and 29.
They still main evented 2 WrestleManias in a row.
Yeah,
like Reigns and Cody.
Yeah. Exactly. So, like, literally right now, there's so much things that could happen. But not only Cena and Rock, but Cena and Reigns still does have a rivalry that happened not only as Roman Reigns the tribal chief, but also as Roman Reigns the big dog.
Yeah.
So, like, the possibilities are not only endless, but are so amazing. Go ahead.
I just want we take away Damien Priest. Personally, at least, I don't see a world in which Damien Priest gets involved in this match.
Me neither.
It's just going to get rock bottom and go next.
Me neither. I really do not believe that Damien Priest will be in that.
It's just going to ruin the match, in my opinion.
It would ruin the show now.
Yeah.
Because it's the main event. The last match of the entire show, the biggest WrestleMania of all time has been... Yeah. That's what we're calling this WrestleMania this year. The biggest WrestleMania of all time.
It is.
It feels like it, exactly. You have The Rock that came back for it. You have The Rock that was supposed to go against Roman Reigns. But the people were so over with Cody Rhodes that
Honestly,
they had to move the main event. That is a money maker. He was for that match at first because he was like, that makes money. And then they just
I'm a
took
business guy.
Brock off to put Cody Rhodes. That doesn't happen in a world where this isn't the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Like, anything can say anything. This is still WrestleMania 40, and it feels like a WrestleMania. Like, I do not believe... Like, I can't remember a moment where I was that hyped for WrestleMania.
Honestly.
Except maybe when I was a kid.
Yeah. And honestly, ever since like January, it's been surprise after surprise and so much things.
Yeah.
Okay? Just couple examples for you folks, okay? CM Punk getting injured at the Royal Rumble and not challenging Seth Rollins, as those were the rumors, and getting out of it. We also forgot that for Rollins and McIntyre, CM Punk is on commentary.
Oh my god, I forgot. It's gonna be so amazing.
We can get to it, okay?
Well, I'll just say something super quick because I don't want to go back to it. I don't see Punk interfering. He hates both of these guys.
Yeah.
But I do think Punk is gonna put on a show with this and maybe attack the winner.
Yeah.
That's all I say, and I don't believe that Punk will attack during the match.
No.
I don't believe that.
And yeah, getting back to what I was saying, okay? Punk getting injured and changing WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The whole controversy with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
He was supposed to challenge Gunther.
Yeah.
The Rock was set to challenge Roman Reigns for the championship. Switch for Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins got injured, and we thought at first that he wasn't going to make it until WrestleMania.
I'm so scared.
It could have changed a lot of plans.
Yeah.
Storylines that were switched at the last minute. There were rumors for a big match for the United States Championship. So many things have changed. Now the tag team championships being split. I don't think that has been the plan for like so many months. A lot of things change. So why is it the biggest WrestleMania of all time? Because first of all, they adapted, and second of all, they kept us on their toes each and every single week.
Yeah.
It's the first time ever since I started watching wrestling that I tuned in every single Raw and SmackDown, and I was like, that was a good show.
Oh, yeah, like truly, like a lot of people were saying that 2 weeks ago, Raw, the Raw where Rock attacked Cody.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying that was the best Raw they've watched.
Honestly.
And to be honest, okay, I'm not that old. I'm 20 years old. I didn't see the entire Attitude Era and everything, but it was one of the best one I've watched ever.
Yeah.
And truly, it is true that not only professional wrestling is back, like it's cool again,
100%.
it's amazing, but the hype for it, like the crowds are hot. Triple H has truly saved WWE. Like I know a lot of people are saying like, oh yeah, but it's not really Triple H. Since Triple H took over, not only are the workers, so like the wrestlers, the producers, everyone is saying that they're having a better time. So obviously it affects the wrestling, because if you're having a fun time, you're doing better. That's just a fact.
And creative wise.
Exactly, and if you're doing better, we are watching better things. So truly, I don't even have the words as to how much passion that WWE has brought back to everyone. Like, so many people are just so much more passionate. Their numbers are going super high. The pay-per-view are doing the greatest. Like, they're making money, but they're also making everyone happy, which is the truth of this is WrestleMania, and
Truly.
that has a lot to do with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, obviously.
Like, we bring that to Roman Reigns. A lot of people hated him back then. Truly he was the guy overpushed that nobody wanted to see at the top of the mountain. But right now, he's in the main event for 2 shows, and everyone just couldn't see a show without him.
Yeah.
Imagine WrestleMania this year without Roman Reigns. It doesn't happen. And same for Cody Rhodes. He left, made a name for himself, created a whole new company, and just when we heard that he was leaving that company, everyone was so shocked.
Yeah.
And then he came to WrestleMania, and we all know the pop he had. And not only the pop, but then the matches, every time that he had a new rivalry, everyone was on their feet for Cody Rhodes. And now you have these two coming together for another year. It's very hard that you can have the same main event for 2 years in a row and have people even more excited 1 year later.
Truly.
And I just do not have the words as to how this WrestleMania is amazing. Not just this match, but everything. But this match, like literally, it could just be this match, and we'd still be talking about WrestleMania.
Yeah, honestly. And it's just you got to realize how big this is. First of all, Roman Reigns is just an icon. He's a legend nowadays.
Future Hall of Famer for sure. Just tribal chief wise.
Yeah. Not even anything
Yeah.
before, just tribal chief.
Yeah.
And you might not know, but Roman Reigns is gonna break the record for the most WrestleMania main events.
Yeah, true.
He's gonna
In a row too, I think.
Huh?
In a row too, I think. Like I think he broke the record for like most main events in a row. I think it was Hulk Hogan back then, but now I think it's Roman.
Yeah, so he's getting the most in a row and the most lifetime. As on night 2, it will be at 10, I think.
Yeah.
10 WrestleMania main events. His first WrestleMania was 29. We're at 40. Count.
29, but his first main event was at 31.
His first main event was at 31. We're at 40.
Yeah.
He didn't main event 2 of them. First of all, 35. Because it was women's. He's not a woman. 36.
Because it's COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
And he had leukemia. Well, he didn't want to,
Yeah.
So, like, of course you might not like Roman Reigns, you might not be a fan, but you still have to respect the work he's put in and how much he's brought up pro wrestling, and he's created these new superstars like we've said in the other video, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, all these people. He is truly a legend nowadays, and Cody Rhodes is just the hero right now. He's the one that everybody wants to see win, even after losing last year and getting his place taken by The Rock. It's truly the hero story, the David versus Goliath, and everybody is behind Cody Rhodes, but they still know. It's not that thing where, like, for example, Kofi Mania, that we were like, it has to be Kofi, It's Roman Reigns. There is still a world in which he retains.
Last year, everyone said, I'm pretty sure we both said Cody Rhodes is winning.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying Roman Reigns' reign is over. But then what happened? Roman Reigns pinned Cody Rhodes 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then everyone was shocked because there's no way Cody was supposed to win.
Yeah.
What if Cody doesn't win this year?
It is very possible.
Exactly. What if Roman Reigns actually goes for Hulk Hogan's record?
Yeah.
What if he goes for Bruno's record at this point right now? Let's go. Like, imagine in a world where Cody Rhodes does not win. You still have Roman Reigns, like, super high.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, you have a bunch of possibilities that could happen with that. But you still have Cody Rhodes that would probably still come out on top. Not really, but like...
No.
In the future months, he would probably still come out on top in a lot of things. I'm pretty sure even if he loses, I don't think it would hurt him that bad. Although I'm still not saying he should lose.
No.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying how those two guys are so over right now.
Yeah.
Like, literally anything could happen, and they are still so over.
Prediction?
I think we have to go with the same as last year.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes finishes the story. It took him 1 year more, one more year, but I think this year is the year where Cody Rhodes finishes the story.
I agree. Big Roman Reigns fan. As you're watching this video, if you just go check besides my name, he's my profile picture, But as much as it's been incredible, I think it is time, and otherwise I think people are just going to start getting really mad, and, you can have another year of Cody Rhodes saying, I have to finish the story.
Especially when he himself said he's tired of saying it.
Yeah. And, it's WrestleMania 40. It seems like the perfect moment. And I've made videos about it even in the past. I've always been worried about the post-Roman Reigns era. Yeah. Because, those are very big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
So
well,
how...
At this point, it's almost... I don't want to say he's like John Cena. It's almost that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
So how do you replace a guy that has been champion for 1,300 days, that has defeated John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, that has defeated Edge, Dan O'Brien, Rey Mysterio, Jey Uso. He's defeated so many people over and over and over again. He's been champion for so long. He's unified the championships. He's main evented all the past WrestleManias ever since he's been champion. He is the biggest star in like the recent years, at least in the past decade.
Definitely. So
how do you replace him? You don't. you just create someone new.
Yeah.
You go with that hero story. You go with Cody Rhodes, one of the most over wrestlers in the company right now. You trust the process. You give him great opponents like Randy Orton, like AJ Styles, maybe even return for a Seth Rollins thing. There are so many possibilities, and otherwise Roman Reigns will just do nothing for a year until he faces probably The Rock next year if he remains as champion. So Cody Rhodes has to win this, not only because he deserves to, but also because it's time. It's time for the Tribal Chief to lose.
Not only for the Tribal Chief to lose, but for Cody Rhodes to win.
Yeah.
Like, we've waited a year. Technically, we've waited 2 years. The second he came back to WWE,
not instantly. I don't agree with this.
No, but he said it right away.
Yeah.
He wants to win the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
Technically, we've been waiting since that moment because we knew that was the goal.
Yeah.
Now 2 years later, this goal feels even closer than it could ever. Like, even last year, yes, he was super close, but this year it feels so much closer. And I'll just move a little away from that.
Mm-hmm.
If Roman Reigns does lose, we have to acknowledge the fact that he kept us on our toes for 1,300 days.
Yeah.
Like, since his first title defense, we actually all thought, oh, maybe he's winning. Maybe his opponent is winning.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe, like...
And constantly, he's put up incredible matches.
Since his match against Edge and Daniel Bryan, that's the first time everyone was like, oh, Edge is winning.
Yeah.
Then 1 year later, no, Edge didn't win. So who do you get? Oh, Brock Lesnar. Oh, Brock Lesnar winning. No, Roman Reigns still won. It's like, what do you do next year? Cody Rhodes. Oh, Cody's winning. No. So, like, he kept us on our toes.
Yeah.
And even if a lot of people are mad saying, like, he didn't show up and everything, it's Roman Reigns. The second he showed up, the second his music hit, what were the people doing? They were getting up on their feet and they were acknowledging Roman Reigns because even if he isn't there every week, he still did the best job that he could when he was there. So if he does lose the championship, like we were talking about it just before we started filming, like, yes, Cody is super happy for him, but we're still going to be sad for Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Because a 1,300 days reign just doesn't go away like this.
No.
Like, it's gonna be something.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna try to film my reaction. Even just to think about it, I know I'm gonna have goosebumps, and it's just like, to people that are new to wrestling or that don't necessarily like Roman Reigns or that don't follow wrestling at all, it might not seem like a big thing, but realize for the past 1,300 days, okay, almost 4 years, whenever you said the guy and WWE, Roman Reigns. Everything has been associated with him. Every guy either was a newcomer, a mid-carder, a main eventer, or a legend that came to face Roman Reigns lost. He created a bloodline, an incredible storyline. The thing with Sami Zayn, awesome.
Some of the best promos we've ever seen.
Honestly, he's created moments. He's created a legacy. So when we say that we'll be sad for Roman Reigns, it's not that we would have wanted him to remain as champion.
No, exactly.
It's just that we're sad because it's the end of an era, truly. Yeah. Like, some people will never accept it, but the Roman Reigns era is a thing. It truly is. And we have to be thankful that he gave us all this, gave us all these matches, all these rivalries, all these incredible moments that made the WWE into what it is today.
A lot of people actually are saying, like, right now we're in the Renaissance era.
Yeah.
I agree, but a lot of people are arguing about when the Renaissance era started. I have a big argument of...
SummerSlam 2020.
Yes, but even more precise, Paul Heyman with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
The first time we saw Paul Heyman sitting down with Roman Reigns,
the
Renaissance era started right away. Because we started having the head on the table. We're going to have the bloodline. We're going to have Sami Zayn joining. We're going to have Cody Rhodes coming back. We're going to have Seth Rollins doing amazing matches with everyone. We're going to have Edge winning the Royal Rumble to go with... Like, Edge winning the Royal Rumble in 2022.
2021.
2021, so that's what I said. How did people ever thought of that? That's the Renaissance era. That's what happened. And all of this happened because Roman Reigns aligned with Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying like it happened when we came back to like actual crowd shows. A lot of people are saying like it's more of like later on when like Roman had it for like a year. I put a huge case on no. It's the second Paul Heyman would have seen with Roman Reigns for the first time, and since that day, we've been in the Renaissance era because WWE just been going higher and higher and higher because of this.
The big question, the big question is, if Roman Reigns does lose, do I change my profile picture? We'll find out about this. I'll probably make a poll, so make sure to subscribe. You'll be able to vote on that poll what we do. But yeah, your prediction is Cody Rhodes.
I'm going with Cody Rhodes.
I'm also going with Cody Rhodes. It hurts me to say it because I'm still a big Roman Reigns fan, and I'm not gonna give this speech.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm first of all, I'm proud of that speech that I just gave about Roman Reigns. Thank you, sir.
That was actually really good. I was right there, and I was like, wow.
Goosebumps. But yeah, that will be the predictions, ladies and gentlemen. WrestleMania 40 is coming up. 13 matches. 10 of them kind of good.
Wait, before we end this,
yeah,
if it's truly the last weekend that we have as Roman Reigns champion,
yeah,
we have to acknowledge him one more time.
we have to acknowledge.
We have to get up our seats, and we have to acknowledge him.
We do.
All of this for Roman Reigns. A lot of people back then hated the guy, but he changed professional wrestling forever. Wait, come in the middle.
You realize how taller than him I am.
I don't know what you're talking about. There you go. He has shoes. I don't. That's what
Changes everything. I'm not just 6 foot and you're 5'6".
So not. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Maybe the last time we ever acknowledged Roman Reigns on a channel, because obviously we're gonna acknowledge him during his entrance on WrestleMania.
Yeah, obviously. How long do we do that?
1300 days, I think.
Okay, yeah.
We'll see you in 4 years.
Yeah.
During that time, you can follow, subscribe.
Yeah, you got time right now.
Shoes.
Subscribe, click the little bell.
Yeah, like the video.
Obviously.
Too. Share his page. Share
Yeah.
his page to everyone, your mom, your dog, your dad, your friends.
What about
your
if
cousins?
they have a cat? Can they share to their
They can
cat?
show their cats, yes, too. What else?
Your
Your
teachers.
neighbors, your teachers, your neighbors.
Your mechanician.
Hey.
Mechanician.
The
That's
person that
French.
repairs your car.
Your dishwasher, obviously.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much just share it to everyone.
And also comment here. You have the time to write an essay right now. You know,
Yeah.
we're not in a hurry.
We still haven't done one day, so we still have 1300 to do.
Yeah.
So
That could be a Mr. Beast video, actually. Acknowledging our trouble sheet for 1300 days.
I think we're good.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this very long video. Thank you for watching the other one if you did as well. Thank you, Charles, for joining me. Always a pleasure to have you around.
Always a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for inviting me.
Always. We'll try to do more predictions if we can. If we can, try to do it for all the premium live events. Okay, not promising anything, but that would be nice. Very excited for WrestleMania 40.
It's gonna be so amazing.
Gonna be incredible. Follow me on X/Twitter. The link is in the description. I'll be tweeting or Xing, whatever the verb is. I'll be tweeting during the event, keeping you updated. We can interact. So make sure you follow me on there. Make sure you follow me on here as well. Thank you all for your support. And yeah, enjoy WrestleMania. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.